What's up? It's the Coaster Craze. Oh my god, I forgot how bad this shadow is. I'm back in my home in Maryland, representing the Maryland baseball shirt. Just finished studying abroad in Budapest. So yeah, obviously this topic is about 2023 Six Flags season passes, but briefly, you can skip ahead if you want. I'll leave a description where the actual video starts, but I just wanted to update y'all why there haven't been many videos recently, and that's because this past 3 months, again, I've been studying abroad and was super busy. But the positive, now that I'm on winter break for the next month or so, I went to a good amount of parks in Europe, some that you just don't see represented in coaster content on YouTube, and filmed a lot of vlogs and whatnot. So there's going to be a lot of new content from overseas, which is really cool, new for the channel. So that is something to definitely look forward to in the coming weeks and months. But anyway, now on to what I'm talking about for 2023. Well, yeah, so this is gonna be my last year. I've had since 2015 through 2022 a Six Flags season pass every year. And every year I got through Six Flags America, my home park, and it was around $50. Amazing deal. Got me into all the Six Flagses, and obviously we started to see the big change this year, but because when I got it, I got kind of almost grandfathered in, but I never had a membership, which means that I can't keep on getting grandfathered in. Each year I buy a new pass, and that was the last year to get that cheap pass. Now I look at it, and if I want to get into all the Six Flags, it's at least $225. That's the cheapest one. That's for like Six Flags America. And while the Six Flags America season pass, there were some really good deals where it was still like $50 about. Because of my situation, I'm spending most of the year in LA, where I go to school, and same with the summer. And so Six Flags Magic Mountain is stored in my home park, and that season pass for just that park was a whole lot more money. Plus, that park, as great as the coasters are, it's not the best run. It often frustrates me, whether it's the operations, the closed rides. If you guys have seen recently, oh my gosh, Six Flags, they've been closing a lot of rides. They've definitely been having some issues with maintenance and whatnot. I mean, we've seen this with El Toro, but just in general, since Salim Basoul came in as CEO, especially, things have been taking a turn for the worse. And again, it's not just that there's no new rides added to the parks, it's that the infrastructure hasn't been improving. And just the prices have been going up, but there hasn't been any, again, improvements in the guest experience. If anything, it's been downgraded somehow. And, if it's going to keep on acting like the discount chain without the discounts, well, frankly, I don't see a point in going, because based on this year, I don't see myself having the time to go to like a new part of the country where I'm going to go to a new Six Flags park to make this big season pass worth it for $200+ for quality that's, Six Flags. So, I'm going to take my final visit at Six Flags Great Adventures Holiday in the Park this December. Again, another thing, they canceled almost every park's Holiday in the Park for this December, so it's again like losing out on the season pass deal. But that will be my final Six Flags visit in the chain as a whole for the forthcoming future. And instead, because obviously I'm still going to want to go to theme parks when I'm in, LA and stuff for the majority of the year, I think my decision is going to be to get a Knott's Berry Farm Platinum Pass. Basically a Cedar Fair pass that gets me into all the parks. And yeah, the big switch, basically, this is me converting. This is like if I was an Android user going over to Apple or vice versa. But I love the direction Cedar Fair is going in. So that's what this video really is about. It's just kind of very, off the cuff, just talking on the top of my head, because this is something I've been wanting to make for a while, talking about the chains, because we've seen with the major chains right now, the direction that each one's heading in. SeaWorld's another chain that overall I like the direction they're going in, with all the new rides and stuff. Again, not as much theming, but just also in terms of price, I realized that season pass was not going to be worth it, because SeaWorld San Diego is the only park near me in California. But back to Cedar Fair. This chain, oh my gosh, it's improving. So first off, I went to Knott's Berry Farm this past January for my first time. That was my only time, but it has become my favorite park in the country, and I absolutely want to go back as many times as I can, because I'm going to be living near it for the future. So that seemed like a no-brainer. Plus, when I'm back in Maryland for breaks or whatnot, for just short amounts of time, I can go back to Kings Dominion. I haven't been since 2021, so Toonbilly would be new, their Jungle Expedition area would be new, and that kind of touches on the fact of what I love about the fair chain right now is with Jungle Expedition, and now what we're seeing with the new area, you know, Kings Island or Carowinds. They are really putting an emphasis on theming. I mean, Cedar Point too, not as much the theming, but the presentation with the new Wild Mouse and, you know, the pavilion right on the lakefront. They care about the guest experience along with getting new rides, and the chain keeps on showing growth, and it's made me realize, you know, I want to be going to these parks. Like, this is the type of theme park experience I want. Maybe some of the Six Flags parks still have better rides, but if I'm going to be shelling out $250 about on a season pass for a full chain, it's going to come down to one or the other, because I'm not paying $500 for both at this point in my life, and it's going to be Cedar Fair. You know, I love to go back to King's Dominion. I want to definitely try to make it out to Carowinds some point, even if it's for the Winterfest next year. Take the drive down south to Charlotte. I've never been. And obviously the Mecca. Hopefully when I'm back for a couple weeks in the summer, next summer, I can go to Cedar Point. I'm only like 6 hours away. I've never been. Maybe Kings Island too, since it's not so far, and, you know, they're both in Ohio. So that's kind of the big dream plan for next year, is that, you know, 2023, obviously 2022 has probably been my biggest year for new coasters and new parks yet, which you'll see, you know, with the upcoming Europe videos, as well as some of the SoCal parks. I have a couple more parks I'll be going to during this break that I'm really excited about. But 2023 is going to be the year of Cedar Fair for me, and I'm excited, frankly. It is a lot of money that I've, you know, this has never been that much money that I'm spending on a season pass before, but I figure if I'm going to, you know, be going to theme parks, I feel like that's the chain. And yeah, sure, Six Flags, we're seeing Fiesta Texas of all parks has randomly just announced like they're getting some rides, and there are some rumors about Six Flags America getting a new ride next year and some other parks, and maybe this video will be obsolete in a month and I'll look like a complete idiot and Six Flags will announce the best thing since sliced bread for 2023. But as of now, I've been so disappointed in the direction the chain is going into, and yeah, I want a season pass for some park next year, so I think the Cedar Fair Platinum is the move for me personally. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. What season pass are you getting for next year? What parks are you trying to visit? Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I know this was very just kind of rambling off the top of my head, but it's good to be back making a video. Expect a ton more park experience and vlogs from around Europe. I have one more California park to do first. It's just a little park, but yeah, good stuff in the future. This is the Coaster Chris signing off. Goodbye.